Hello, and welcome to Cinebuck Presents, where I give my $2 instead of my 2 cents. As you can probably tell, I'm not really that enthusiastic about the movie I'm about to review today. I mean, the first Nut Job movie, at best, is okay. The animation at times can be nice enough to look at, but it doesn't make up for the stale jokes, tepid storyline, and not exactly likable characters. It tries to be hip and original in order to reach out to its audiences, yet all it does is just try to be the next Over the Hedge and feels kind of lifeless. So, what made the filmmakers think that moviegoers like myself would be even the least bit interested in a follow up? Well, before I go on a rant about why this movie sucks, let me tell you a bit about the story, which in itself is very basic. You have this group of forest animals that live in a public park. Their leader is a purple squirrel named Surly, voiced by Will Arnett. The mayor of the city wants to turn the public park into a thriving amusement park for extra profit. Of course, the animals won't stand for that. So while they try to figure out what to do about it, Surly comes across a white mouse named Mr. Fang, voiced by Jackie Chan, who happens to be quite the expert at martial arts. It's man versus nature where all sorts of wacky things happen as the animals struggle to get their home back. Like I said before, the premise itself is very basic, and I do mean very basic. I mean, you would think the writers could have at least given it some extra spice or pizzazz to make it more interesting, but in all honesty, they don't. Everything pretty much runs on autopilot. The mayor's your typical antagonist who's all about the money. He has a daughter who's very spoiled, selfish, and bratty, and not to mention, very annoying. And as for everyone else, well, they're not given any unique personalities to speak of. They're all generally flat. Take the character of Surly, for example. Will Arnett can be funny in the roles that he's played, like BoJack Horseman and Lego Batman. Here, the material that's given for his character doesn't make Surly all that funny or likable. I can't even help but think that Mr. Fang was somehow inspired by Snowball the White Rabbit from The Secret Life of Pets. They both have similar approaches to their characters. They look cute on the outside, but you don't want to mess with who they truly are on the inside. Though, is that really enough to make Mr. Fang all that impressionable? Well, to tell you the truth, not really. There's even a point in the story where, well, I'm going to go into spoiler territory a little bit here. One of the animal characters, named Buddy, falls into a coma after suffering from a major injury, and Surly reminisces about how he first met him. The only problem is, we don't really know anything about Buddy, as he's not given enough screen time for any development nor any spoken lines throughout the entire movie. Why should the movie devote its time taking pity on a character we don't even know? So, aside having such cookie-cutter characters and jokes that are as stale as old bread, there are some moments in the story that I could actually see coming a mile away. It's that predictable! No major surprises in stock, really. So, when you get right down to it, what you see is pretty much what you get. A very lifeless and very standard sequel. Thankfully, it's not Emoji Movie bad, but there just aren't enough good elements in it for me to even say it's recommendable. And besides, you're not missing much, really. I say it's easy enough to skip. Truly, there's nothing really nutty about its nature. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this film 4.5. It's bad, but relatively tolerable. This is Renton Whitetail having given us $2 and saying that this movie can pretty much suck it. See you next time.